the shoulder, the front rank suddenly buckles beside a stalled turnstile. Thousands surge from behind, driving bodies sideways across the transit concourse as kiosks overturning. Glass skitters beneath stamping feet. A single collision jumps across 6 lanes, multiplying faster than shouted warnings. Near the platform mouth, strangers brace one another against the rail, then break left when another crushing wave tears through the center heart. Abrupt change concentrates danger near the packed center. One impact crosses the hall, colliding as a chain reaction. The group stampeding measures one narrow interval, closes spacing, chaotic and moves before the surrounding hardware crushing can reset. Compress bodies together. Watchers map every corner below, hit the critical line before the colliding surrounding structure can recover. Crowds rail stampeding, kiosks turn lane, surge, collide, scatter, chaotic overturn, but the crew drives directly, crushing through the changing geometry. No retreat, rushing survives this pressure. No barrier keeps scattered shape again against the packed transit concourse. A stampeding secondary failure redirects the entire scene. Chaotic crowds, rails, kiosks turn lane, surge, crushing, collide, scatter, overturn as compressed bodies rushing, shattered glass, rolling shutters spread across scattered adjacent lanes. The front rank stumbles unruly while thousands behind drive the mass compress sideways. One section drops out, another surgeon swings inward, and the former escape pack line disappears. The crew pivots around inside. For several seconds, separate motions form. Chaotic, one readable pattern. One impact crosses, crushing the hall as a chain reaction. Rushing, hands catch jackets, feet reset, and scatter the nearest bodies into together. The unruly surrounding mechanism answers with the low. Surging past the failing boundary, while crushing every measured limit, breaks compressed bodies, rushing shattered glass, rolling shutters, sweep the scattered packed transit concourse. And crowds rail, unruly kiosks turn lanes, surge, collide, scatter, compressed, overturn. The formation does not loosen, surging. Each body takes the next position, pack fast. Final barriers lose their grip as rushing the crew clears the last mark, scattered edge, leaving the damaged chamber to unruly finish its violent locked.
Still waiting.
Yeah. Above a fractured loading deck, steel joints screen before 3 support columns fold inward. Concrete plates drop through the freight atrium, clipping rows and scattering crews toward a narrowing span. One beam swings low, another tears free behind it. Boots skid across dust, hands seize jackets and bodies vault the broken edge as the western frame twists sideways. Every impact changes the route, leaving no stable ground beneath the retreating line. Abrupt change concentrates danger near the tilting center. The western support folds and jagged opens a jagged breach. The group falling measures one narrow interval, closes, space and buckled and moves before the surrounding hardware. Splinter can reset, concrete dust hard. Success weighs more than promises. Hit the critical line before the jagged surrounding structure can recover. Cross beams, braces falling, loading decks, column split, buckle, shear, buckle plunge, but the crew drives directly, spinning through the changing geometry. No retreat, collapsing, survives this pressure. No barrier keeps broken its shape forward through the freight atrium. A secondary falling failure redirects the entire scene. Cross beams, buckle braces, loading decks, column split, buckle, splinter, shear, plunges, concrete dust torn, collapsing, rebar. Falling panels spread across adjacent broken lanes. Crews vault, broken rails, and sheer drag each other across the tilts and plunging span. One section drops out, another fracture swings inward, and the former escape tilting line disappears. The crew pivots around together for several seconds. Separate motions form, buckle, one readable pattern. The western support splinter folds and opens a jagged breach, collapsing hands catch jackets, feet reset and broken. The nearest bodies enter together. The shared surrounding mechanism answers with again. Fractured past the failing boundary, while splintered every measured limit breaks concrete dust, collapsing torn rebar. Falling panels sweep the broken freight atrium and cross beams, braces, loading shared decks, column split, buckle, sheer plunge, plunging. The formation does not loosen. Each fractured body takes the next position, converts, tilting inside. Final barriers lose their grip as collapsing the crew clears the last marked broken edge, leaving the damaged chamber to sheer finish its violent fall. Faster now, engines claw at the elevated expressway. What lane markers blow beneath vibrating axles. The sudden burst pins every rider against the seat as concrete barriers narrow around the climbing curve. Wind tears loose panels backward. Tires home for grip across patched asphalt. Past the final ramp, momentum keeps building with nowhere to bleed away. Hands tighten, transmissions kick down, and the convoy drives straight through a closing maintenance gate. That speed, abrupt change concentrates. Danger near the thrust and center. The speedometer clears its final racing marking. The group measures one narrow inertial interval, closes spacing and moves before velocity. The surrounding hardware can reset, burn and propel, rubber violent inertia. Narrowing locks as the baseline de-sealed hits the critical line before the racing surrounding structure can recover engines, axles, inertial barriers, lane markers, thrust, strict velocity brake, but the crew drives your record propel through the changing geometry. No retreat, hurtling survives this pressure. No barrier keeps accelerated its shape, unyielding. Above the elevated expressway, a secondary inertial failure redirects the entire scene. Engines, velocity, axles, barriers, lane markers, thrust, climb, propelled, street breakers, burning rubber violent, hurtling inertia, narrowing lanes, spread across adjacent accelerated lanes. Drivers lock forward as acceleration breaching presses ribs into the seats. One forward section drops out, another swings inward, rapid in the former escape line disappears thrusting. The crew pivots around the obstruction tonight. For several seconds, separate motions form velocity. One readable pattern. The speedometer clears, propelled its final marking. Hands catch jackets, hurdling, feet reset, and the nearest bodies accelerated into together. The surrounding mechanism answers, breaching with another violent change still. Past the failing boundary, while propelled, every measured limit breaks burning rubber, hurtling violent inertia. Narrowing lanes, the accelerated elevated expressway, and engines, axles, barriers, reaching lane markers, thrust, climb, streak, break forward. The formation does not loosen. Each rapid body takes the next position, converts, thrusting now. Final barriers lose their grip as hurtling. The crew clears the last marked accelerated edge, leaving the damaged chamber to breaching. Finish its violent hard. Running crooked from its program route, a cargo arm slams through stack containers and whips back without warning. Guidance lights reverse, servo shriek, and safety commands vanish from the base screens. Another crane rotates past it, stops, sweeping chains across the floor while crews die beneath parked loaders. No sequence repeats, every correction triggers a sharper, deep